It's so good to see you again. I hope you're excited for your story this week, because I know I am. This week's story is called The Ferry. The boots were a size too small, and they pinched his toes and rubbed his heels raw. Their thin soles were the only thing between Perry's feet and the freezing cobbles. The boots, with their myriad of holes that let in the dirty slush, were his most prized possession. His begging was going poorly for the day. A new gang of older kids had taken over his favorite corner. They'd given him a bad beating the day before, and the bruises were still fresh on his face. Better to find a new place, although he hadn't managed yet. He had gotten only a halfpenny from a young woman with pink cheeks and pouty lips, and he tucked it into his small clothes when no one was watching. He knew a shop where that could buy him a warm loaf of bread and a spot to sleep in the alley out back. The sun, pale and ineffective against the winter chill, was sinking towards the horizon. Perry sighed and checked his treasure again. He was just imagining the way it would feel to bite into the crusty bread when he saw the old man. The man was bent nearly in two, swathed in rags and supported by a knobbed cane of polished wood with a cap of beaten silver. The cane would be a rich prize, and the man no hard contest, but no one else was giving him a second glance. The man was looking directly at Perry, and his gaze was enough to draw the boy across the street until he was close enough to smell the old man's foul breath. "What are your dreams, boy?" Perry shook his head and tried to step backwards, but his legs would not obey. "I can give them to you." From a pocket hidden in the mass of rags, the old man drew forth a flat silver coin. "This can give you your dreams, Perry." Perry reached out his hand in spite of himself. The coin was surprisingly heavy when it dropped into his palm. It was stamped on both sides with the same image of a crescent moon and words that Perry could not read. Despite the freezing air, the coin was hot against his skin. "You can have it for your boots." The silver-tipped end of his cane jabbed at Perry's feet. "Your boots for your dreams." "What does it say?" Perry asked, his eyes round. "It says, 'Admit 1. It is a ferry ticket.'" There was no water anywhere near the city that Perry knew of. His hand closed around the ticket. "Watch for it, and be ready when you hear its horn." The cobbles were bitterly cold against Perry's bare feet. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's story, and I hope I see you again next Friday. If you like my videos, you can always subscribe to my channel. You can follow my blog, The Right Side of Life, and you can follow me on Twitter at NoraAnn. All those links are below. Have a good weekend.